Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. So, in one of the comments I got in one of my last videos, someone said, hey, what's the deal with the sunblock thing? Like, why are you always saying wear your sunblock at the end of all your videos? And it's simple. I want you to wear your sunblock. I thought that was obvious. On a very serious side, I want you to be completely protected. You know, skin cancer, or melanoma as it's called, is the deadliest cancer of all cancers, because it's a very, very silent killer. You don't know you have it until all of a sudden a piece of your arm falls off. And I'm not even kidding. That is how the majority of people find out that they have melanoma. Something bad is happening on their body and they can't explain what it is. Maybe an area on their body sinks in or crushes in. And then, oh my gosh, what is this? What's going on? When it may have just started out to be a very, very small freckle. Let me explain it this way. Melanoma, they're like icebergs. On the tip of your skin, it can look like just a little tiny harmless freckle. But underneath, it's mushrooming out. It's ginormous. It's growing. And God forbid it reaches your blood supply, it's going to spread to your entire body. You know, there's all these different awareness things. People raise awareness for breast cancer and pancreatic cancer, and all of those things are important. Nobody ever wants to lose somebody they love to an illness prematurely. Nobody wants to, I mean, it's hard enough when your loved ones die, but to lose them earlier than maybe they should have gone because of an illness, there's nothing more devastating than that. Nothing, and I get that. But I don't think enough people talk about melanoma. It's the deadliest cancer of all the cancers combined. It was such a problem that the government put together a panel of scientists to find out what the heck is going on. Why is this an epidemic? You know, more people are saying they're wearing sunblock. More sunblock is being sold. Why all the skin cancer? What's going on? And what that panel of scientists found was that, yes, with melanoma, some people are not protecting themselves with sunblock, but those that say they were wearing sunblock, why are they coming up with skin cancer? And the answer is this: they were not wearing a high enough SPF, and it wasn't as thick as they needed it to be to get the true SPF that's on the label. So your sunblock needs to be a certain thickness for it to actually give you really good protection. So for you ladies who tell me, I don't need to wear sunblock, I have sunblock in my makeup. Oh no, you don't. You think you have sunblock in your makeup, but your sunblock is not the exact thickness that you need, and you're not getting true protection from your sunblock. You need an additional sunblock on top of your makeup. Well, not on top of your makeup. Obviously, the sunblock goes on first, then you put on your makeup. So how thick do you need it to be? So let's say you're doing your face, and this is just for daily use. This is not even if you're going to the beach or laying by the pool. You should have at least 4 pea-drop sizes of sunblock in the palm of your hand to cover your face and neck. 4 pea-drop sizes. Doesn't sound like much, but when you watch somebody put on their sunblock, it looks like they're only putting on about a pea. And by the way, you should always put your sunblock on at least 20 minutes before you leave your house. This way it gives it a chance to properly absorb and give you the true protection that you need before. And sun, as soon as you walk out into it, that's when you're picking up the most damaging, harmful rays. Those initial moments of exposure are the absolute worst. So for those of you that say, I don't need sunblock, I'm never out in the sun, never. Unless you're a hermit, yeah, you are exposed to sun. Okay, let's talk about how to spot a melanoma. And there's some very basic rules about how you can do that. And they are called the ABCDE rules of spotting melanoma. So let me walk you through them. So let's say that you have something on your body. Let's call it a suspicious mole, okay? You're looking at your suspicious mole. There's 4 different things, 4 different attributes you need to look at. The ABCDEs. Okay, so A is for asymmetry. Is your suspicious mole not asymmetrical? So it's not properly composed and shaped. So normally a mole or something like that, a freckle, these things tend to be perfectly round, and mole is nice and perfectly round, okay? Is this thing not perfectly round? you could have melanoma. B is for border. Now, is that border consistent the whole way around? Like a freckle is consistent the whole way around. Melanomas could be consistent for half of it, then over here it's not consistent, then it comes consistent again, then over here it's jagged and not perfectly round. You could have a melanoma. C is for color. Is that color consistent throughout the suspicious mole, or is it darker in the middle and lighter on the ends? You could have a melanoma. D is for diameter. So if this suspicious mole is any bigger than, let's say, the eraser of a pencil, then that definitely could be a melanoma. And E is for evolving. And this is the biggest thing to look for. Is your suspicious mole changing? Is it growing? Does it bleed? All of these things are definite signs to there's a possibility that you have a melanoma. And if you do, don't walk, but run to your dermatologist. Let your dermatologist look at it. Let them decide whether or not they're going to take a biopsy. And biopsies are completely painless. They just take a little thing. It looks like a little stamper, and they stamp it into your skin like a little pen. It looks like a pen. They take just a very small sample of your skin. They're going to numb you before that. You're not going to feel a thing. They're going to send your tissue out to be checked, and they're going to let you know you're fine. It was nothing, you know, just keep up with your sunblock, you'll be okay. Or they're going to give you the bad news of perhaps you have a melanoma, but the good news is you caught it early because you knew to look for the A, B, C, D, E's of spotting a melanoma. So for your moms out there who take your kids to the beach or the pool, and I sit there and I watch you put the sunblock on your kids while you're already at the beach, no, you got to put it on them at least 20 minutes before you ever get to the beach because you're hurting them. And we know that you don't want to hurt your kids. All you ever want to do is protect them. And by using sunblock and teaching them to put on sunblock, just as you teach them to brush their teeth, you need to teach them to wear their sunblock. Interesting little fact, and not too many people know this, but Bob Marley died of melanoma. He had a melanoma on the bottom of his foot. Now ask anybody, hey, do you know what Bob Marley died of? Well, they have all these theories about how he died, what he died from, what he died of. But I've never, ever once had anyone tell me the correct answer. Oh yeah, he had skin cancer. Nobody ever knows that. But he did. He died of skin cancer. So if a tower of strength like Bob Marley could be taken down by a suspicious mole on his foot, we're all in trouble. And for you ladies that are wearing anti-aging creams that contain alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, retinols, retin-A's, oh boy, are you exposed. You are exposed. Those things just eat away that dead cell layer on your face, the stratum corneum. That's what God gave you. It's your veil of protection from the sun's rays. And when you're using creams and products that strip that away, you're exposing your healthy new cells to the damaging UVA, UVB rays of the sun. You're exposing yourself more to melanoma than the rest of us. So if you're wearing anti-aging products that have any acidic properties in them, you definitely have to wear a sunblock. Oh, and by the way, if you are wearing those expensive anti-aging creams without wearing a sunblock, you're wasting your money anyway, because the sun's rays cause a little chemical in your skin called free radicals. Now, these free radicals go around in your skin and they break down the collagen and elastin in your skin, prematurely aging you. That's why people who were sun goddesses their whole life look 30 years older than everybody else, because they age faster. Okay, I don't mean to lecture. I only mean to scare and be helpful, basically. But seriously, wear your sunblock every single day, at least an SPF of 30. Remember to apply it at least 20 minutes before you leave your home to give you the proper protection that you need. Please, please wear your sunblock.